Alright, what did you do? It's your boy Kelly, so we're gonna do some solos. I guess I'm gonna talk to y'all guys about, what I'm doing, whatnot. I haven't streamed in a few days, in like 2, I believe. What up, Tyler, bro? I'm going to Jamaica, bro. I'm going to Jamaica, like, I think Monday night. I'm going to Jamaica, like, not Monday night. I'll get prepared for Sunday, but I'm leaving like Monday, first thing in the morning. I'm going to Jamaica. Oh, if I get to do some cool stuff, I'm gonna get some flicks out there for sure, for sure. Fortnite is so fun compared to what it used to be. I don't know. Playing this game used to be like glorified sweatfest. 120 for that? That's ridiculous. 180 for a headshot? Come on, man. Actually, 220. That literally makes no sense. 180 to the head. That's almost. I think if you correctly snipe somebody, that should be automatic A-lam. We're gonna go here. I got work tomorrow, and I'm gonna get some stuff straight. I already took like a week and a half off. I think I might be good. We don't have anything particularly planned. I know when I get back and whatnot, I'm gonna do some stuff. So, I don't know. I know 2K23 released something about, like, what I read, like, the little courtside report. The way 2K23 is looking like a solid pass. And I'll tell you why, because 2K23, they say all types of grandiose stuff. I know what they're talking about, like, the dribbling, you're not going to be able to spam. But somehow I feel like we're getting sold a can of worms, as we do each year. And the sad thing about it is that you have to wait for the next edition of the game. And none of that stuff's going to change, really. So, you got to speak with your wallet. And speaking of wallet, I lost my wallet. You come with me and Rocket to where? Where y'all going? I can't see the whole message where y'all going to, though. I gotta work tomorrow. Five. I'm gonna be at work. Got work tomorrow. If I didn't have work, we'd be straight. I would come with y'all if I didn't have work, but boy, got work. And I might do a little bit last minute shopping before I go on vacation. Wow. I almost died and I got that dude. See, stuff like that make me heat it. Because I feel like this game is rigged. In a certain fashion, I feel like this game rigged, man. There's almost no way. I'm getting in a cluster of bad type of engagements, like close range battles, which I mean is beneficial. I can't really do nothing about that. Like, it is what it is. Gotta work tomorrow. Now I gotta go shopping and then stuff like that. All I'm looking forward to is good food. Uh, go to Doctor's Cove Beach. Um, go to Port Antonio. Something like that. And chill. I might try to stream, but cell service ain't good in Jamaica. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's not. I try to stream off my phone or record some stuff, but I'm not sure. I have cell service for sure, but I got a international plan. But that junk, it do run like $10 a day. But I can call and text anybody. I know, like, if I had like more stuff, I would just get myself a what's it called, satellite phone. That's something I might invest in soon, a satellite phone, because I mean that make a whole lot more sense. You know, the thing I'm not understanding is why stuff is going the way it is, like in terms of the economy, the lockdowns. I think we're gonna have another lockdown. And for me personally, I just think that, you know, with all this type of disease coming out and whatnot, why is it that, for me, why is it there's always some type of disease? In my opinion, the government messed up with COVID. That got out of hand. You know, I'm fully vaccinated and boosted and whatnot. Government basically went bankrupt. Basically, if you think about it, hospitals full. Basically full capacity. Some people in New York died. They basically put people in a refrigerated truck and then straight cremation. You had basically influx of people moving from New York to Florida. Florida became the epicenter of COVID. Quite frankly, to me, it still is. Nothing's really changed about that. The only thing is, I don't know. I know the whole thing, because I look at the stuff, like economic reports about business and stuff, how they're trying to redefine what a recession is. 2 consecutive quarters with like GDP basically falling. I think that's a global thing. But I think a lot of this stuff is, like, for instance, like someone wants to go get a chip for a car or a chip for video games and stuff like that. Somebody has it, or someone has the capabilities to produce it, but they're either gouging people or whatnot. I don't think that this whole thing that had like the true story been told, because someone has the capabilities to do this stuff. Like, for instance, Afghanistan, they have the capabilities for like lithium and stuff like that, but since the whole agreement with certain stuff like that, with that package, we just basically wipe their hands clean of that. Which I'm neutral on that, but at the same time, I don't think the United States should have been in Afghanistan or any place. That's just my personal opinion. So many people died. They lost their limbs. I never disrespect, no service member or nothing like that. People who went over there. I got family members and stuff that went over to Afghanistan and whatnot. They good, but they got their limbs and stuff, but it is what it is. But it kind of makes you wonder. People spent 4 years, 8 years over there, and some people didn't make it back. That's absolutely crazy. That fool really tried to build, but I don't know, man. I don't really think the global economy is necessarily tanking because, I mean, certain people made a lot of money. I'm like people. I guess the great way not to necessarily lose money is not to spend it or spend excessive like consumer spending. Consumer spending was at an all-time high, or people didn't have cash or safety net or whatnot. They were poor, or they get sick and they died or something like that. They had no safety net. But I don't know. Me, politics, I'm not really a big fan of politics, man. That's just, it is what it is. Every place got its good and bad, so, but I mean, I don't know. I'm looking for people, and I'm not necessarily getting that, but I don't know, man. The thing I'm thinking about is this monkeypox being out. And monkeypox and stuff, that stuff was popular in Africa or whatnot. I don't know the origins and stuff of that. I'm definitely not believing that junk is fake because it's obviously real. But I'm just like all this travel, all these people in contact, and this is another opportunity for the government to fuck up. And the most interesting thing about, I guess, I don't know, about jobs and stuff like that, or sometimes I just kind of stray away from news. Because news, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily tell a full story. And it, like, for instance, there's a lot of news stuff like that that doesn't really tell you a full story. Or the stuff like, for instance, god damn. Like, for instance, Fox News, CNN, both those are just, to me, it's going to be skewed. So, I don't feel like any of those companies make good news. That's just my personal opinion. Like, even, for instance, Wall Street Journal, I think that stuff is good. But someone said it's like a collegiate level, type of read. It's not, you can search it up. It's like, they have it basically to a fifth grade reading level. Or like middle school. It's not that very at tip top. It's not like prestige. You really want to have like a scholarly thing, you have to go to like JSTOR. I look at economics. Someone did a dissertation or something like that on, I don't know, socioeconomics and stuff like that. Sometimes I like to read dissertations or little excerpts. But man, the only thing I can say is stay safe from COVID, stay safe from like monkeypox. Cause this stuff, in my honest opinion, this the way stuff is just happening. And, the potential of another lockdown, I'm not necessarily mad. I'm gonna still wear my mask and take my, like, protective, measures and whatnot. The thing that makes me mad is just, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's the fact stuff's just jacked up. This motherfucker make me mad. Like, just why? Like, why are you on my nuts? One thing I will say about the economy, people are like struggling. I'm not about to even make fun of that. People are struggling in like COVID or having like financial hardship. They're struggling even more. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, some stuff is just circumstance. Like the thing that I think that a lot of people are doing just to try to get by is like, what is it? Pawn their items. To me, pawning anything is a losing game, and I 110% stand by what I say. Like, pawning is a losing business for actual customer. Wow, this guy, I feel like I'm in a sweat fest. This guy absolutely killed me. Only you can prevent V-Buck scams. Someone will probably be like, what do I think about this Brittany Griner stuff? Brittany Griner. I could care the fact that the lady identifies as a lesbian. I could care less about someone's sexuality. That's just my personal opinion or whatnot. I don't think that's the reason why she's behind bars. For one, to me, the reason why she's behind bars is because of her choice. Like, Iman Shumpert had like 6 ounces of marijuana the other day and had that on a carry-on in actual, Dallas Fort Worth. To me, that's ridiculous. And then 2, it's weed. And what are my thoughts on weed? Weed, I think I'm a neutral. To me, if like a country or something like that, if it's illegal, whatnot, I think a person should be booked, and depending on the severity of what they have, like you go to Thailand or something like that, death penalty. Anywhere in Asia is death penalty. Even for a little small amount, like, let's say someone had, like, I don't know, pretty much any amount, you go and see some hard time. And someone probably like, why is, Thailand and places hard on drugs? Well, you have to know that opium and opiates basically come from Thailand. Khmer Rouge, all those places, Laos, Vietnam, all that type of stuff. Drugs and stuff. Opium, poppy, all that type of stuff. Poppy seeds and stuff like that. People making drugs and stuff like that. So they have a very strong, defined thing of drug use is socially like shunned. Philippines is the same way. People is going to die if they do drugs or caught possession of drugs. So someone likes to, smoke weed, do drugs, I know that's someone's family member or whatnot. No, I mean, hope the person don't necessarily have to die, but at the same time, I don't know, man. In my case, I think, like, someone was like a king or something like that. Sometimes, like, I know, Thailand, they've done, like, pardons for certain people, non-violent stuff like that, or just being kind of an idiot or whatnot. They do a royal pardon or something like that, but most of the people have been, like, 9 years or so. I used to watch this show called Locked Up Abroad. It was like people dealing drugs in other countries and stuff like that, getting drugs for cheap. And then there was like this guy, I forgot which one it was. This guy had been buying like gold in or something. He had been buying gold in like Nepal or something like that. Like he had been buying gold or whatnot. And they got him for like money laundering or something like that. I was like, this guy's kind of an idiot. Because anytime you travel anywhere, they search your belongings, they search everything, they tear up your luggage, your suitcase. I mean, I'm not worried. I live a clean life. Like, I'm not really worried about anything. The only thing I'm concerned about is security and, like, the political safety. Like, for instance, if a country can collapse within, like, 24 hours, that's stuff I'm concerned about. Or if a place is a failed state, which that's, like, something you shouldn't travel to. That place I had is a failed state right now. It's in Asia, Myanmar, formerly called Burma. You can search up what they got going on. I try to be keep up with world news. It's something that I do. At least try to keep myself up on. Burma is not necessarily a poor place because they have valuables. A Burmese rupee is always going to be worth more than a diamond. Doesn't matter what it is, flawless, a diamond internally flawless or something like that. A Burmese rupee is going to be worth more. Always going to be worth more than a diamond. Damn, I'm lagging like that? And I'm playing on fucking Ethernet. But yeah, the only thing I'm looking forward to is going to vacation, and I don't know. I'm gonna go and take my exam, like again, like I'll give it a solid week. Maybe a solid week and a half or sometime in September. I think the first week of September would be good for me. Give me some time, look at some materials again, and you know, we're going past. Now I got this calculation stuff, cause man, the one thing about school or just learning in general is that man, the crazy thing is when I took like my diamond grading exam, I was so close to passing, but the end part, the math, and it was like maybe like 15 questions, man. That got me. I don't need 10 more points to pass, and it was like 100 questions, and I got like 65. So it is what it is. Knowing that, I know I'm gonna pass next time. I got what you call it. I got some background now. Looked at some material, so. And I asked my instructor about what exactly how to use that chart, cause that made no sense. Made no sense. I know people say the markup for jewelry is high. I would say yeah, for the most part, yeah. But I think the main component with jewelry is always buy. If you want something to save value, buy gold. Buy gold or whatnot. Buy like a gold bar. Or just have your stuff melted down. I know at some point I'm gonna just you know, have gold. A little bit of gold. Because cash, in my opinion, cash is trash. So gold is always going to be better than cash. And I legitimately believe that. A government can keep on printing money, and with inflation, we're already seeing the devaluation of the dollar. Like, and for me personally, how business works, I don't believe in leaving money and stuff on the table. That's why I think pawn in my bit, like in my honest, I like in true essence, I don't believe in pawn. I'm not gonna make it. I died. You know what I'm still laughing about versus. To me, what sums up 2020, 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic was the quarantine show, Tory Lanez. I never even watched it. So the only thing I did was like heard about it. People talking about it was lit. To me, the last 2 years have been absolutely terrible. But you know, it is what it is. Give or take. Now I think we're gonna have a hopefully a better, but I'm not sure, man. The me also too. I hope there is a 2K23 demo or a prelude or something. They need to drop that because if they don't, I'm not saying I'm buying the game. Cause more than likely, I'm probably not. I'm probably not. And I'm gonna stand strong on that because, like, for instance, 2K's marketing is immaculate. They don't spend that much money on advertising. They haven't done that really within the last 2 years, really marketing their game. All they've done is add more sweat, physics to a certain extent, horrible animations, just glitchiness. It's just terrible. 2K21 Next Gen, you just had to be there to understand how bad the game was. And I think like after this stream is over, I'm just gonna watch like my first couple gameplays from 2K21 because I just find it hilarious to think that I was actually playing 2K21. At first, I necessarily didn't have a problem with it, but the game was like laggy. And to me, I like right now, I just can't see myself giving $150 for that. $150 for 2K, which I mean, 2K22, I played more than enough games. The seasons format, I mean, I kind of like it, but it's kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, if you ask, the concept was good, but like the gameplay. Wow. This gun was bad. They're only gonna shoot in like a few more minutes, I think. I ain't been up here that long. The one thing that I think that's not going to change really is finances, consumer spending. Like, for instance, like, let's say the average person to where I live at, you have to make like $37,000 to basically take care of yourself, or for one person. A one-bedroom apartment is probably going to run somebody, I don't know, a low end, probably like, I'd say realistically about $1,500. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to get something that's $900 unless they have a roommate or something. And then the other person covers like, or y'all split in half, however someone chooses to do it. But me personally, I don't know. The one thing I'm thinking about too is just the market for pretty much everything. Consumer spending is still high. Cars, to me, cars are just waste of money. A lot of stuff is a waste of money. The only thing is you're basically paying for brand and features. That's all you're pretty much paying for. There's really no type of difference. The one brand I honestly say I would never spend money on or spend a certain amount of money on is Nissan. You can't ask you to spend money on Nissan. Like, you just can't. Nissan and Subaru. Subaru is terrible. And I think the Jeeps are terrible too as well. And the only reason why I say Jeeps and stuff is terrible, because what happens if something basically flips over, someone's gonna die. I think about this video that came out earlier today. A lady ran like a light at 100 miles an hour in Los Angeles, La Brea, and Slauson Avenue. I've been to La Brea, and yeah, I think once someone does something, I think they should lose the license for life. Like, once someone has like a numerous amount of doggone speeding tickets or something like that. I'm gonna leave that one because that was just stupid. But yeah, I think once someone has a numerous amount of speeding tickets, they've been in an accident, someone got hurt or whatnot, that person should lose the license for life. Like, if someone has a DWIs, like numerous amount of DWIs, speeding tickets, they should lose the license and stuff for life. I'm not about to joke about that. That video, I'm not about to share that. There was like 6 people in the car, something like that. 6 people died. That's what I do know. 6 people died. The car, there was like a mini explosion. That lady went 100 miles an hour. And that, shoot, then people gonna have to have closed casket funerals. I know that. Absolutely terrible. And the crazy thing about it, them people did not see it coming. They just died. The thing about LA, again, I've been to LA. I know how the traffic works. I-5. You don't know what type of crazy shit you can see on the I-5, or what type of crazy you can see in just California in general. And mainly that's because of how California works. To me, California is, I don't know. California is dirty. It's crime ridden. You have a whole lot of stuff. You can't necessarily blame politicians for that. For like people with like mental illnesses and stuff like that. Obviously, I think politics has something to do with that. There should be more social reforms. Some people gotta want to help for themselves. Like, it is what it is. Like, someone's like doing drugs or something like that. Like, let's say someone's schizophrenic or something like that. They're doing drugs or stuff like that. They're doing crack. They're doing meth. If your brain is already messed up, and then like schizophrenia and stuff like that, that already messes up people's mind. It damages their brain. It takes years off their life or whatnot. Someone deals with that. So basically, they have basically a chemical imbalance in the brain with their neurotransmitters and stuff like that. So what, like, the drugs they're using interact with their neurotransmitters. So what you're having is a culmination of, bad stuff happening to your brain, chemistry in your brain, while already having chemical imbalances with your brain. So what does that equal? That equals a recipe for disaster. So, I don't know, man. There are a lot of places that are crazy. Like, I'm more than likely never gonna go to like certain places. I remember someone asked me, like in high school, would I ever go to Compton? The answer to that question is no. I haven't lost anything in the Compton. I just haven't. You obviously go to a place looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. And I don't think that certain people are friendly with people coming around in a certain area or whatnot, trying to look for authentic experience, hood experience. That's just not cool. Like, there was a place that someone had recommended go to in Compton or whatnot. It was like right across from a bowling alley. They had like vegan options. I forgot the name of the place already. It's been a hot minute. I haven't been to LA in like a year. I'm probably not going back for a long time. More than likely. Just had no reason to go to LA, really. LA is cool, but it's not. For me, it don't fit everybody's type of life. If that makes sense. Like, I know someone who has like business in LA. They go out there because they have business, like official business. Like, they got an exotic rental car thing. They have a business. I can see that. The fuck? They need to fix that because that's broken. To me, that's something you need to fix. What? No, I guess we're going to be solo. And speaking of LA, a lot of people don't already play 2K23. A lot of people got their first hands on it. Me personally, I care less about 2K. 2K, to me, there's no bag in 2K. Like, to me, I cannot, I'm not trying to diss nobody, but I honestly don't think that there's that much. Because imagine if your career, I'm not dissing anybody. Like, let's say someone has a 2K contract or they're promoting, like Agent said. I'm proud of Agent for stepping away. Like, he has a voice. Like, he's not promoting a game that's not good for him or whatnot. I watched that video. He said 2K would be controlling what people say or whatnot, have people shield the game. I mean, 2K has been bad for a few years, so. What? So we both. I shot that dude, so I'm not even sure how that even happened. You know, the interesting thing I will say about, like, you know, the interesting thing about jewelry and stuff like that. Like, who do I think makes the best watches? To me, I'm going to have to say, Vacheron Constantin. They have the best watches, in my opinion. They have the best line of watches. They have, like, good, fashionable watches. Like, who makes an affordable watch? Tissot, Citizen, Hamilton. They have okay watches. Like, they're not necessarily high end. The entry luxury pieces, basically. But I think Tissot has a little bit more of a basic founding, in my opinion, because it's in Switzerland. They have some pieces that are good, but I honestly do not see myself spending $1,000 on a watch like right now. But one thing I will say, buying and flipping watches is a great type of business. It is a great type of business. To me, I'm more so into collecting watches more so than maybe buying and selling. So I asked you what I think, like which watch do I like from certain brands. I like Rolex. I like Rolex. Rolex is like top five, but they're like, to me, they're kind of on like my fifth. I don't really rank them high. Get your dumb ass off that shit. You know, the most instant watch, watchmaker that I think that, you know, it's hype, but I think some of the pieces are good, but the majority of them are kind of a pass. Richard Mill. And that RM1 special edition with Ferrari, the collaboration. Richard Mill. Like the worst Richard Mill that I've ever seen is a Johan Blake. Not in person, but I don't see how anybody could spend $1 million on that, or $250,000 to $1 million. I just cannot see myself spending $250,000 on a terrible watch at that. Or like the Richard Mill with the actual like underwear, elastic band. It's made the same thing with underwear. Like the watch is so thin, so it can steal it off your wrist and you wouldn't know. And people been getting their their doggone watches stolen off the wrist or whatnot. A watch is meant to be worn, but then again, no. No one's trying to lose life over a watch or whatnot. Someone say poverty is like the cause for certain stuff. To me, I don't necessarily 100% believe that, in a sense. Cause I saw like this video of this lady getting like mugged by like three women, three teenage girls. She didn't want to give up her purse or whatnot, and she got kicked. She literally got kicked. I'm dead. I'm dead because I probably got like 2 more left in me, but like, yeah, no one deserves. We gotta be aware of their surroundings, and again, conceal carry. I'll tell anybody, conceal carry. Concealed carry. Got an interesting thing too. One time my sister went to Mexico. This has been like 6 years ago, and like, when Mexico has something go on, like for instance, let's say it's like an election year. My sister did not know what an election year like. Everything is just about shut down. So, like, even if something is like the state that she was in, they had like a thing or rule or whatnot where it was just like completely shut down. And there was like a lot of spots where I guess people, foreigners or people, Americans would go like bars and stuff like that. Places would be vibrant or stuff like that. Place would get food, but the place wasn't even necessarily a functional restaurant, if that makes any sense. Like it wasn't a functional restaurant. So a place might necessarily be, it could have a restaurant component, but one side could be like an actual crazy thing. It would be like a garage or something like that. And then there's like a restaurant. Like it's a building, one half or a section of it could be like a garage. Like people go get their car serviced and stuff, and another side is a restaurant. And it's just crazy. I remember my sister went to like a little store or whatnot, and she said that the people, like, they lock up the alcohol and stuff. Like they very serious. You know, the interesting thing is too, I'm still thinking about it. One time when my sister was in Mexico, I got my phone stolen. So my sister did a Find My iPhone from Mexico to my actual phone. I never found out who's. Oh, I have an idea who stole my phone. I have an idea. I'm still mad that they stole my phone or whatnot. I'm not necessarily mad at it as like much anymore, but the one thing I don't like thieves or people who take stuff from people or whatnot. One thing I'm not a thief. In other places, they cut people's hands off, and to me, some people probably say that's probably, you know, not necessarily fair to me. I see it as kind of fair in my opinion. That's just my whole thing. You know, some people don't learn. They just go around stealing stuff or whatnot. Like yesterday, I found a lady's purse. I turned it in. Like I didn't take any money out of the lady's purse or nothing like that. I don't do stuff like that. Like I got morals. I got a code of ethics. I'll play 2 more games of this or whatnot. Man, this is some shit. be talking about having kids and stuff like that. I mean, right now, I guess my main focus is not even. Obviously, I want to have kids someday, but right now, that's not a big focus of mine. Wow, I'll play two more. That was just ridiculous. I missed all my shots. Man. Interesting thing that I think is funny, in my opinion, is just because something costs a lot of money doesn't mean it's worth it. Like, for me, people talking about Salt Bay's restaurant, the nurse said, I would never eat that. I would never eat at that restaurant. 16,000, or not 16,000, but like someone had drinks. It was someone who went to his restaurant and was surprised that it was 16,000. Or like, because they went out, they had like this expensive bottle of champagne or whatnot, and then they had some friends. Yeah, no. Like to me, going to the club, I'll never go to the club, go to strip club, go to parties. My mind is focused on one thing only, bettering my life. And me personally, I don't see those type of activities as bettering my life. I just don't. I'm not looking down on certain stuff, like people, that's what they choose to do. That's not something I'm personally vested in or whatnot. And number two, why I don't go to parties and stuff like that, safety. Because like I would never get on I don't like cruises. And the idea of a cruise, I've never been on a cruise and never trying to go on a cruise. I mean, let's face it, you go to a lot of people, you have drinks and stuff on there, this, that, and the third. If someone's not a good judge of character on land, what makes you think they're a good judge of character on sea? And some people are a nuisance. So, I mean, everybody's grown in a sense. Some people don't know how to control their liquor or control themselves, really, with or without liquor or alcohol. So basically what you basically doing is basically becoming a adult babysitter, pretty much. Oh, so low. Charged SMG is not good. So I know people also they focused on money making methods or whatnot. On how to make money or whatnot. To me, making money, it just depends. If you notice that there's something that there's not a lot of or variety, if it was a business idea, I wholeheartedly believe in that. Like, there's not any variety or certain stuff like that. There's a business opportunity there. Like, if you know there's like somebody, like there's a fitness community in your area, and you notice that someone or people like a granola, or people are health conscious and they want like a better type of place where it's healthy. You can get a granola bar. You can make like a milkshake or parfaits or something like that. There goes a business idea. There's not a variety. There's not anything. But you got to have like a great you guys have a great idea of how you want to implement that distribution, product, what are you going to do, how are you going to do it, and then your budget, brick and mortar, or have like a friend starting like test out whatever, parfait or certain stuff like that. I'd like to have an idea, and you go from there. Like, to me personally, I'm not one of those blueberry or spinach type people who drink shakes. That's never been my thing, or even energy shakes. I don't. It's not for me. Or like the kale juice and spinach. That, to me, that's nasty. Or apples. I've had it like one time. I said this just wasn't it. Same thing with like V8. V8 is terrible. V8 is not even healthy, for one. Has a lot of sodium in it. And then two, it just tastes weird. I don't think that, all that stuff's supposed to be mixed together. It's quite odd, in my opinion, but again, I digress. As my sister says, it's getting close to 12 o'clock, and we're not going to do that. But, man, speaking of games and other sorts, the only game that I know for sure they're getting my $80 or $83 is God of War Ragnarok. I can't see myself not getting God of War Ragnarok. It's going to be Game of the Year. We're getting closer to that date. I'm going to do that. Gotta be Darth Vader out here. Has to be. Who else can it be? A red light like that can't be nobody but Darth Vader. If I die in the stream, either way, I gotta go. Let's see. What? I just died. Y'all, peace.